Alright guys, we got 3 new axes that we're going to be producing. The first one that I'll start off with we're calling the Butcher. So you can see it looks like a big cleaver, a big butcher's knife. You'll see that we have 2 wedges in this one, and we're going to make the wedges a bit thicker. You have a really nice eye. It's nice and thick, which means this will last a lot longer, so it won't be so susceptible to breaking. The key of this axe is, while it may not be appealing to the eye, it's actually very functional. You'll see in a couple of example throws of how much coverage you actually end up getting. So you have 4 inches of full coverage that you get from this axe. It's got an extremely sharp blade to it, so again, extremely easy for the axe to stick to the target. We have a bunch of targets here that currently do not have any water sprayed on them. They are completely fresh boards. They are extremely hard, and the axe sticks with no problem. You'll see that since this is a prototype axe, it's not forged, it's made by CNC. So you'll notice that in the video it may show up in the reflection. You'll probably wonder what this bumps are. This is actually me grinding down the axe. So the production ones will be this thin, this sharp. It came in just a tiny bit too fat, maybe by about a millimeter. 1.75 pounds on the head. You have a 16-inch handle, and it's measured from top to bottom. Next up, we have what we're calling the Bad Axe. This is actually a logo that was essentially donated to us by Bad Axe. We're allowed to use it within this one. Really cool looking axe. Again, extremely sharp. The difference between this and this one is the blade actually comes out much further than the Butcher. The thing that's nice about that is it creates a much thinner profile. I find this one to be the tackiest and easiest one to stick on. This one is extraordinarily sharp. I actually prefer this axe over this one. I love this one for the coverage. I love for this one just essentially guarantee me that it's going to stick. This one is what I would say for more advanced throwers who can actually get the axe to consistently stick flat. So again, this one I would say is for a much more advanced thrower. This one is, I would say, a mid-level to an advanced thrower who essentially wants to focus on making sure that the axe just sticks. So again, this curve has actually been very beneficial to the design. 16-inch top to bottom, 1.75 pound head. This is the exact same axe without the branding. We don't quite have a name for this one yet, but again, identical axes, different branding. And those are the 3 axes that we are going to produce on top of the Raptor, on top of the Ace of Spades, and on top of the Corporal. Likely, these axes will be ready by the end of 2019. They'll be ready by the end of the year. The one thing that I did notice, which I do want to comment on and mention, is all of the axes will come with a dual wedge, and they will have the wider eye. This was actually a mistake that came out of the prototype, and we will correct that. So for anyone that has noticed that, and I'm just realizing that I didn't address that now, the thing that's nice about this axe on the left is it actually has the thick wedge that I want in there. So this is the thick wedge that we're going to be using. We're going to do it twice. The eye is going to be much bigger like this one, but it's going to look exactly the same. Thanks very much, and hope you guys enjoy.